Alright, hunters. Let me try to keep them. I broke this thing once, but hey, so here's the scenario. I was traveling on the highway, and BLM blocked the road. They started beating on vehicles and assaulting people with bats and so on and so forth. And they disabled my truck. A gun battle ensued, and I had the E&E, which is escape and evade. All I have is my 72-hour bag. I have, hold on. So I have my 72-hour bag. I got a carbine that I keep in the truck. I got my sidearm, and I have my God dang, boy, something firing me up. Anyway, I found this patch of woods nearby, and I'm gonna try to hide in here for a while until I can move out and this stuff clears up and I can get some help. So with my survival kit, my carbine, and we'll see what we can do. I'm headed this way. I found a pretty good clearing here. It's close to civilization, but it's not bad. I obviously want the tactical advantage in here, so I'm gonna look around for a suitable spot. It's pretty nice in here, actually. So I think what I'll do, there's a downed tree over here which could probably offer me good shelter. Yeah, that might work. We'll do that. So this is the downed tree. This is the downed tree that I'm going to set up on, and with everything in my shelter, I'm going to build me a spot to live. So stand by. I'm going to pull you out of here. Set up my tripod. Obviously I got a tripod because I have to, right? If I'm going to do a video. Hold on. Stand by. Alright. And no animals were hurt during the making of this video. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I would actually troll my area, see what's on the left and the right, do a good 360 patrol so I know the area and the terrain. I don't want to be on the crest of the terrain. I want to be down lower than that in case somebody walks by. They won't see me. So that's what I'm looking at. Actually, I found a better tree, and let's go back there. I'll just carry the phone and the tripod. Alright. And I can probably get down in here, and it actually looks a lot better than what I had, right? Let me, you know, that's the thing on these patrols. You need to find the best position with the best escape route and the best, you know, advantageous position. The problem with this position where I'm at now is that the fact that it is very, let's just say, wet down here. So I'm sure this evening I'm gonna have some major mosquitoes down here, which is fine. Let me go look at this. This is what's good about doing this, is because you get to practice your skill set. All right. Kind of a slope. It's going to be kind of chete, if you know what I mean. But it's not bad. That's a slope too. And maybe this is better. So let me set this up. And yeah, I dropped my phone on the concrete. Well, on the gravel. Just a second ago, and broke it. So anyway, tis what it is. So this is the down tree that I'm going to set up on. So I got my carbine. I'm going to take it off for a second. Now when you set your weapon down, you never want to be an arm's length away from it. You always want to be able to get your hand on it in the event you need it. So I'm going to set it right here. I have my 72-hour bag with my survival kit in it. Plus, right? And I have my sidearm. Alright, first things first, I'm going to put my sling back on my carbine. That way if I grab my carbine, I got the sling on it. I'm going to set it right here by this tree. Now, we're going to need to cut some stuff out of the way, and just so happens I have an E-tool. E-tools are invaluable. So, stand by. Get rid of the whole things that'll stick you. Right? E-tool's not going to do that. So we'll grab the K-bar. And number one thing is you don't want to mess the environment up too much. You don't want to make it look obvious that someone is here. I'm just kind of moving stuff out of the way. sticky thing. So it's the reason they make gloves, right? Now the cool thing about an E-tool is you can configure it in several different modes. I can make an axe with it. And I'm just going to cut down this little holly tree right here because it's going to be in my way. Now, if you want to drag this stuff off, you don't want it obvious, right? You take it down here and get rid of it. Dispose of it in the thick stuff. Dispose of it in the thick stuff. A lot of that, what I used to call, wait a minute, vine. I gotta get rid of them, or they bug me all night. Throw it on down there. All right. All right, we got that done. Time to put up a shelter. So the 6 elements of survival: food, fire, first aid, signaling and shelter, and water. Those are the things. I have water on me. There is water down here, and I will later on in another video I'll demonstrate how to process that water and disinfect it. So, all right. Make sure when you're doing this that you always keep your gear packed and ready to go except for what you're using. You don't want to have your gear all over the freaking place. If you have to move in a minute's notice, you need to be able to either leave what you have or grab it real quick and take it with you. So I'm putting my knife back in my sheath just so I know I have it, because that's pretty vital. All right. Now, since I'm in a strange environment, we're gonna set out path guards here in a little bit. And I'll give you a good demo on path guards. Okay. I have a simple tarp, and it's a Marpac. It's supposed to get down in the 50s tonight, so it pays to know the weather. It pays to know the weather. You see how well that Marpac blends in? It blends in really well. That's why I'm wearing Marpac. All right. And pretty cool thing is these camouflage bungee cords. It just makes things quicker, right? And for field expediency, I only have 2 of them. I used to have 4 of them, but the other 2 are MIA. That. This. Alright, so you size it up how you want it. And then, what we'll do now is I'll go cut some stakes to stake this in. Be right back. Alright, so I brought back a holly bush, and anybody that's ever messed with a holly bush knows that they're sticky, right? Get rid of the stickiness. And now I got 10 stakes, right? Or whatever I want. Takes time, folks. This stuff is not so those of you that know me and know my kit have seen me with a saw. So I wanted to do it with this first just to show you that it can be done. Let me get my saw. And I put my knife back in the sheath. And I'll head down in here and find my saw if I brought it. If I brought it, if it's not in the truck, which it might be. There it is. Look at that. So this is a Troy-built saw. I think it was on sale for $3.99, man, and I bought 4 of them. Look at that. Isn't that easier? Wow. All right. That's why a saw is easier. And it's quieter. Now, as far as stakes, what I want to do, I want to shave the top of them. And I want to shave the bottom of them. Now, I don't have a fire yet. But if I was going to make stakes for anything like a path guard or something like that, maybe a deadfall or something like that, I would want to fire harden the point. And always understanding that the outside of the wood is always harder than the inside of the wood, the core. If you understand that, you'll get it, right? Okay, I got one done. There we go. Stake number 2. Stake number 3. You got to be careful, and this knife is very sharp. You don't want to cut yourself out here. It creates a liability. You have to try to be as careful as you can and still accomplish the task. All right. Now, you got to make sure the stake is thin enough to fit inside the eyelet of the tarp, or you have to use cordage to make a loop to tie it to the stake. I don't feel like using my cordage, so I'm not going to do that. The reason I'm going against my hand is because I have that stop right there. I figured somebody would say something on the video about that. Okay. Yeah, it's all trial and error. You know, you got the rest of your life to survive. And Antifa and the Proud Boys, they don't have these skills. I'm sure if they get in this situation, they just Google it, and then my name would come up. That's funny. Now, before I put this tarp up, I'm going to prepare my bed. I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. All right, so I'm going to angle the camera down. Oh. All right, will that stay there? All right, I'm going to angle it down. I'm going to level this out a little bit right in here, so I got a good place to lay. And for that, I'm going to use my E-tool. A lot of roots down here. I got it leveled out for the most part. That's where I'm going to sleep tonight. So, take a break. Ain't no hurry. Like I said, you got the rest of your life to survive. And like I said, I got water on me. So, good stuff. H2O, baby. All right, got that done. Now let's that thing is probably going to irritate me a little bit. So that's that first holly tree that I cut down when I first got here. So put one of these in your survival kit or your 72-hour bag, whatever you call it. You can't beat it. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill up a couple bags, something to sleep on. So these are contractor bags, and I'm going to fill them up with leaves, and that's going to be my, I'm just going to do one. It's going to be my air mattress. So you want to be careful when you do this. You don't want to muck up the area, right? You don't want to muck up the area and give your position away in a situation like this. So I'm going to go on the other side of the hooch. And the problem is these gumballs are going to kick my butt tonight. If anybody knows about that. Maybe down here on the back side. This will be alright. This will be alright. So I'm going to go over and grab my E-tool now. I'm not very far away from my weapon, but I'm going to get my weapon right now and bring it down here with me. And this is a little draw right here that can't be seen from the high ground. So and you don't want to put sticks and stuff in there. Just soft leaves, no thorns. You want to pull the sticks out. And notice how I just move it down as I clear away everything. But I'm in a draw here, so it's hard to see unless you get right on top of it. It almost looks like deer rub. Or scrape. You know what I meant. Yeah, just tie the bag where I can get it untied, right? You don't want to tie it where you can't undo it. Right. Grab my rifle, my carbine, and I'm going to move back to about 10 yards away. I'll come back and get the camera. Alright. Huh. I found a pair of gloves down here. That's kind of cool. I think those are mine. Alright. There we go. Alright. Alright. Got my trusty E-tool. I'm going to need that to pound them steaks in here in a second. And I got my bed. Not really worried about my legs. I never have been. I don't worry about keeping them warm or whatever, because the blood will go to your core anyway. I know it's going to get cool tonight, but it's all good. So now I'm going to finish my shelter. All right, that's pretty good, but let me just show you what I have inside, and notice it's just big enough for me to get in there. It's not very big, and let's go over here